Hey, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It is actually 8:01, which considering the evening I've had, I'm glad I made it. I realized I need to turn on my lights here better. Apologize for that. All right, there we go. All right, see if I'm broadcasting. I think I am. As you guys know, last week I was in a hurry trying to post before we went over to Danae's house to snuggle the new grandson and help out with the 2-year-old. And I posted it to my personal page instead of to Davita Stampin' Spot. So for those of you that were looking for me, I do apologize. Sorry about that. And tonight, this is an example on what not to do for Facebook Lives. I had in my head what I was going to do today, and I used some of the dies getting ready for my open house. And as you know, Paxton was born 10 days early on the day of my open house, and I can't find the dies. So I had a Facebook meeting that started at 6 o'clock, and it was just as that started, I discovered I couldn't find the dies. The meeting was supposed to be over at 7. It got over at 7:35, and I had about 25 minutes to figure out what I'm going to share with you tonight. So this is what's called Wing It 101. I found an idea from a swap that I did by a lady named Kelly McConkey, and I'm using her idea tonight and adjusting as I go because I don't even have a card put together
adjusting
yet.
As I go because
and now
I
my
don't
sound
have a
is
card
going
put
on.
together.
Hang on. There we go. All right. So if you're watching live, let me know. I may have some questions for you as we go. I'm going to switch the camera here. If I can get back to the right page. Oh my goodness. All right. So the training I did was really good tonight. It gave a lot of ideas and things. And I'm sure what I'm doing right now is something they would say, don't do. Be ready when you go live. All right. Now let's see. There we go. And it doesn't want to recognize my camera. So hang on a second here. See. Oh, there we go. Hey, it decided to work after all. All right. So if you're ordering and it's under 150, if you would use this host code, it would really help me out as I try to purchase supplies now with our new catalog. And it gives me the opportunity to share prices with people and give stuff away and all of that. So, all right, got a little bit of a shadow. I think we're going to be okay. I think I told you a couple weeks ago, my light stand, the base of it broke and it's causing issues. And with the craziness I've had going on, I haven't gotten it fixed yet. So I decided to pull out this Share a Milkshake stamp set. It does have matching dies that go with it. And it was in our January to April catalog, and I was so glad they carried it over because I really didn't get to play with it very much. So we're going to play with it tonight. So I started, to tell you what I decided to do. I started with this designer series paper. And if you haven't ordered it yet, I think you're going to love it. And you need to order. It's called Bright and Beautiful. It actually goes with our balloon dies and stamp set, but I'm going to use it with the cupcake one or the milkshake one tonight. Quickly grab these, give you a few samples. It's 6x6 paper. I love the patterns in it. There's some solid, there's some stripes. Look at those dots. I love those dots. There's some pattern. If you came to the open house and if you did the extravaganza, you got to use this paper and with one of the cards that we made. Might have one here. I'll see if I can find it. I love this. I like how it's got the variations of the stars. It's got the stripes. That's just a few of them. Here, I'll pull one more. There's the confetti, like that. So I chose two of the paper. Wow, just one of them. You know me, plain Jane. The sample she had actually had two pattern papers, but it was too much for me. So here's the card we made at the extravaganza. They got to make this one. And I had all these different papers for them to choose from. And then it opens like that. So that was the card they got to make. So I had this paper laying here and I just love it. So I'm pulling some of the Azure Afternoon. It is one of our new colors. It's in the brights, as you can probably tell. It's a very bright color. All right, I'm going to try to keep an eye on this. I don't normally have the light quite this close. All right, so we're going to start with just a white on top of this, and then we're going to add some of the star paper. And I will include, if you comment as you're watching the live or the video, I will send you all the pieces, the cardstock sizes and stuff to help you out with this. I'm using the Stylish Shapes circle there. And I already had to change up her idea. So I knew in the dies, there is this die that makes kind of like your waffle cone pattern. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cool to put that, a little bit of it behind here. So I'm going to grab just a little bit of tape here. And I don't know if you've seen this, but a lot of people are suggesting if you're going to use something, masking tape, Post-it note, any of those type of things, put it on your skin first, and that takes some of the stickiness off so that when you go to peel it off your paper, it doesn't stick down or risk tearing your paper. Oh, I'm getting really bad shadows tonight, guys. Sorry about that. All right, let's try that. It doesn't want to stay. All right, we'll try that. So I grabbed Pecan Pie, which is one of our new colors. It's in the Neutrals collection, kind of taking the place of the soft suede, a little bit lighter than it. And I'm going to brush off on the side. And I'm just going to sponge over this just a little bit to get the pattern, okay? Because I want just a little bit. All right, now doesn't that look cool? Now see, you can see that my tape showed up here. So I'll probably turn that so that my pieces go over the top of that. So what I did is I stamped this part here in Lost Lagoon, which is a returning color. One of the things I really like about this paper is it uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colors, and most of them are returning colors. And then there's a couple new ones. And I wanted two colors that I thought would go together nicely. And I've always thought these two looked good together. Probably not as much on the camera as it does here. Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. So let me show you what I did. And I had some white cardstock here that ran away. Here we go. Now, this is something that happened to me when I first started this. And as I was stamping, I thought, oh, that's something good I can show them tonight. So a lot of times when stamps are made, and especially the polymer ones, they're manufactured. Sometimes they get like an oil or something on them when they're manufactured, so that when we go to stamp with them, hold my paper off, we don't get a real nice clean image. So let's see, it's going to look better now. Yeah, now it's going to look great, probably. Let's see. So I wanted to stamp off because I want this lighter. And I'm going to stamp like that. Okay. And see how it's got, let's see if I can bring it up closer here. See how it's got all this variation in it? If you want your image to be a little more solid, or you're not getting a good image, what you want to do is wash it. Another way you can wash it other than just using the chamois would be to use your Dawn dishwashing soap. it is a great tool to use as you're stamping. And I use it a lot of different ways, which I'll tell you about here. Okay, so what I did is I inked it with Versamark. Now, Versamark, I usually tell you we're going to use with embossing, but it's also going to help us coat the stamp so that we get a better image. So let's ink it up really good. I can tell I didn't Versamark the whole thing. Okay, so if we stamp it, see how much darker it is? Now, I would probably take this, wash it with Dawn soap, and try again, because I'm still not real happy with the way that looks. Now, the nice thing is we're going to cover it up, so it won't really matter. So we'll try it one more time here. Boy, that paper wants to fly tonight. Maybe it's my fault, you suppose. Okay, so I'm going to ink it up with my Versamark. Then ink it up. Not. Okay, and stamp. All right, and then I'm going to stamp it on my paper because I want it real light. And yeah, that looks really light and you guys can hardly see it. Now I'm going to take the second layer for my ice cream, and I'm going to use the pretty peacock. I just about wiped it all over my shirt. Wouldn't have that been a lovely addition to my green shirt? All right. And then I'm going to try to line it up here. It is so light on there. All right, now doesn't that look cool? See how it's got the two different tones? So here's the first one I did. And of course, the ones I do when you guys aren't watching usually turns out better. So you can see the light Lost Lagoon here, and then it's got the pretty peacock over the top. So I took the dies and I cut that out. All right, and then we're going to go back to this, and we're going to add this to it. Now I'm going to end up covering up quite a bit of this, which doesn't make me real happy, but that's kind of the way it goes. One thing, let's see, maybe I should start going down. School's out this week. I only have 2.5 more days of school. I'll be done Thursday about noon. And I have to admit, I am kind of ready for summer. I'm afraid I'm going to jinx it, but I'm hoping I'm going to have more time in the stamp room, because I have not been able to stamp and craft hardly at all. I got a few things ready for the extravaganza and the open house, but that's about all I've gotten done. All right, so I'm going to put my lemon lolly. I really didn't think I was going to be so fond of this color, but I really like it. All right, and I should do this straight so I make sure it's lined up. All right, so we're going to put those 2 layers down. Now I'm going to take this circle and I'm going to add my ice cream sundae bowl. And I went ahead and I stamped my ice cream in lemon lolly. And what I think is really cool is they even cut out, the die cuts out a slit for my straw. So I stamped my straw. Again, I used 2 of the new colors. So I stamped the base. Let's see if I can get up here so you can see it. You can't see that very well. The base I stamped in the bubble bath, and then I did fresh freesia over the top. And I love how they cut that slit for me. The first time I used this card in a class, we didn't cut this out. And so then we had to try to cut a slit. And yeah, we did it. But I love how they did it for us with the die. All right. And then we got to have some whipped cream on the top. And then, of course, we have to have a cherry. So there's my sundae that I'm building, or my ice cream shake or whatever. Isn't that fun? All right. So now I'm going to glue some more pieces together here. Grab my dimensionals so we can add a little depth. Next Monday is Labor Day. I'm sorry, Labor Day. I always do that. I mix them up. Memorial Day here in the US. So it will be a vacation day that I plan to spend with family. So next week I will go live on Tuesday instead of Monday, since I'll probably be with family. So you can watch for me on Tuesday. I would like to ask you, what does Monday work well for you, or would Tuesday be a better option? I kind of stay away. I'm rethinking my schedule. I'm also thinking about adding at least one other live event during the week this summer anyway, to have some fun sharing some things with you, because I'm hoping I'm going to have a little more time. I'm going to add some dimensionals to my ice cream here. I'm thinking this is banana because I'm not a huge lemon fan. This is some banana ice cream. And I'm going to make sure I put a glue dot or some glue here to hold my straw. Thinking about doing a kind of like tips and tricks type idea one day a week, and trying to figure out what would be the best time for that. I think I'm going to trim that off just a little bit. My straw is just a little long. Of course, I plan to be doing some snuggling with that new grandbaby. I appreciate all of you that came to the open house that were so gracious about my craziness that day. Oh, did you know that the dimensionals work better if you take the paper off? Also starting something this summer that are going to be kits and a cup. And I'm saying a cup because I don't drink coffee. So a lot of people would say kits and coffee, but I don't drink coffee. So mine's going to be kits and a cup. And we're going to meet at a local place here in either Baser or Bonner, working on those details yet. And we'll get together, have a drink from that establishment. And then you can pick one of the kits that we have. I've got some on hand, and you can order some of the new ones that maybe I don't have yet. And we'll get together for a couple hours, have a drink, and make our kits, spend time just being together, and then everybody can go home. So the kits are awesome because they have everything that you need. You don't have to buy a ton of supplies to make a card. Watch for details on that. And next Thursday, what is that? I think it's let me grab my calendar. I can't believe next week is June already. That's just blown me away. It's June 1st. June 1st is my technique and fun filled class. I have the ideas that I want, but I don't have them made up yet. So I can't show you the cards, but they're coming. I promise I'm working on them. All right, so we're going to glue this down. How's that for a quickly put together card? Pretty cute, huh? I love this paper. And there you can see the light color here and then the dark colors over here. So that paper just pulls in. There's the yellow, and then of course the brown isn't, but everything else is. Isn't that fun? I love that card. And then of course you can add a greeting down here if you want. Lately I've been doing a lot where I don't put a greeting on the front so that I can use the card for whatever occasion I need. So tell me in the comments, what kind of greeting would you put on this card? What would you make this card for? Would it be thinking of you, birthday, anniversary? I don't know. What do you think? There you go. I will get the inside done on this and post a picture of it so you can see the completed card. Thanks for joining me. For those of you that watch live, I appreciate it. It's always so nice to know when there's actually somebody there watching. Let me see if I had any comments. It's not letting me see them. So let's see if this one does. Oh, hey, Laurie. If I keep digging, I might find comments. Oh, Pam, you like it? Great. Hey, Deb. So anyway, here you go. This is how not to do a live, because I didn't even have a card to start with, but I think it turned out pretty cute. So have an awesome week. Please let me know whether Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays work best for you to watch lives, and what time works the best, and what kind of greeting would you put on this card. Hope you're having a fabulous week. I know I am ready for school to be out, and I'm hoping I'll have a few more things to share with you. And I will talk to you next Tuesday, since Monday's a holiday. Talk to you next Tuesday. Thanks, and have a great week. Bye.